Hello everyone and welcome to All Things Watched. In this video we are going to talk about the brand new Paramount Plus animated film, The Tiger's Apprentice. Now this, I think, for me, might have been the very first time I've ever seen an animation or an anime come from Paramount Plus. Now maybe I'm wrong, maybe I did see something from them and I just don't realize it. But just right now, off the top of my head, I don't know that I just don't recall any movie that I've seen that was animated, or at least on this scale of animation, come from Paramount Plus and all of that good stuff. Now the only reason why I even watched this movie, now I am a pretty big fan of anime, not really this kind of anime, but I am a fan of anime. But I only watched this movie because I could tell online that there were a lot of people that were really, really vibing with this movie. A lot of people really liked it, really enjoyed it. So I said, you know what, I'm going to give it a chance and see what it's all about. And so after watching the movie, I actually didn't think it was as good as what a lot of other people were saying, but I will say that I do think the animation was absolutely beautiful. The animation style was beautiful, and I was blown away with how much action is in this movie. There's a lot of action in this movie, and it's sprinkled really good throughout the entire series. And I did really I did really enjoy the fact that it was all very fantastical or fantasy, type stuff, fantastical, and it was also very magical. There's a lot of magic in this movie, and those were the elements that I really liked. Now, in terms of the villain, I felt like the villain was actually a lot like the evil queen from Snow White, the original Snow White movie. Not Snow White. Maybe it was is it Cinderella? Maybe the queen from Cinderella. Either way, like, she put me really much in mind of a Disney villain, someone that you would see with Disney and whatnot. And so as soon as I seen her, I was like, oh wow, like this comes straight from Disney. But obviously it's not. It's Paramount Plus. But either way, I still thought she was a very intimidating villain. The only reason why I think that I didn't fully love this movie was just because I felt that there wasn't really enough there on the emotional level. I never really connected with the characters enough. I get what they were going for, and I do understand why a lot of people online said that this movie had a lot of heart. I get it. I understand that. But for me, it wasn't quite enough for me to grab hold to, just because I feel like the movie could have flushed out the relationship between the kid and his grandmother a little bit better and whatnot. And that's not a huge spoiler. Something happens to the grandma very early on in the movie, literally, like, pretty well in the first act, or at least at the very beginning of the second act for sure. And so it's not like a big spoiler for me to say that. I'm not ruining the movie by saying that, but I just kind of wish for me that they had flushed out that relationship a little bit better. But beyond that, I did really like the kid. I thought the performances were done great. Like I said, the action sequences were phenomenal. I was really blown away with the action. I had a lot of Doctor Strange vibes, like it's that kind of magic. It was very Doctor Strangey. I even at times even kind of got some Madagascar vibes, because a lot of the people that are sort of helping the kid, I believe they call them Zodiacs. The Zodiacs were always these characters that became like animal type characters. So you have monkeys, and you would have a tiger. There's one really cool character that was actually would become what is she, like almost like a Chinese dragon type thing, like one of those really long dragons. So she was a really cool character, and I really loved seeing her. And I really whenever she was on the screen, I absolutely loved it. And also the cast of this show was a really great show, really great cast. Michelle Yeoh was in here, and she is just killing it lately with her career. I mean, she seems to be popping up everywhere, and rightfully so. She's a phenomenal actor. You had Emma Shannon, Henry Golding, Brandon Suhu, Sandra Oh, Bowen Yang, Lucy Liu. You just had so many great cast in here, and they all did a phenomenal job. Like I said, the performances, I can't argue with any of the performances. They all did a great job there, and the action and the style and the style or the design of the animation was done very well too. The biggest problem, like I said, that I had was just that I really felt like. They just never flushed out that relationship enough, And so, like, for me, like, I would compare this character almost to like a Spider-Man Miles Morales, except, you know, with Miles Morales, that character was fleshed out really good with his relationship with his family and whatnot, whereas here I felt like the character just, it wasn't enough for me to really connect. And so because of this, I would probably only give The Tiger's Apprentice like a 60%, I think. Like I said, it's not that the movie is bad, it's just it didn't grip me emotionally. But if you want to go in here to see a really cool story with some beautiful animation and some fantastical, magical fighting sequences, then I think this will definitely be the movie for you. I think you'll watch this and you'll absolutely love it. But for me, I just couldn't connect, and that's why I would give it a 60%. And that's pretty well it. But I do hope that Paramount Plus continues with anime, because I would be very interested to see what would happen when they do one that really lands for me, because I loved the style of the animation. I thought it looked very well, and so I would love to see them do something very creative. And not only that, but Paramount Plus is its own streaming, so there's no reason why they couldn't be more like Netflix. I mean, Netflix is absolutely killing it right now with animation and anime. So, you know, actually they just did Blue Eye Samurai, which I think is one of the greatest animes of all time. And so I hope Paramount Plus can sort of do that. I would love to see them go in more of like a darker, more adult tone type of anime and whatnot. So we'll have to see where it goes from there. But anyways, folks, that's my review of The Tiger Apprentice. Let me know in the comment section below if you've seen it, and if you'd like to tell me why or why not. If you like this video, click that subscribe button, and until the next one, take care.